All right. Hello, everybody. It's Peter O'Brien here, and we are on the Risoli Nations Men's Zoom call. We welcome you all here. We have a very special guest that I'm going to introduce in just a minute here. But first, let me say, hopefully everybody had a happy Thanksgiving with you and family and friends, and safe and a great Thanksgiving. I know it's been kind of crazy around here as we had Thanksgiving and now the end of the month. Things are crazy, but always fun. And so I want to share just our story real briefly. If you haven't been on here and you haven't seen me, I am a wealth advisor. I own my own firm now, but spent 30 years climbing a corporate ladder and got to where I was at the top of that ladder, and all of a sudden somebody pulled out the ladder, and so I got let go. And what I love about this business is that we give people, opportunities to really control their own destiny. And we have a young man tonight that is doing that, and I just truly believe that our guest can go as far in this business as he wants to go, and seriously have a dramatic impact on a lot of people. He's very dynamic. You're going to love him, as he comes on here, and we're going to get right to it and allow him to take up most of the time. And our special guest is a young man that I saw his videos. I just kind of fell into him as I was searching for stuff. And he had a Discover Men in Arbonne video, which was great. He did some other things that were great. And a lot of the stuff that he posts is just so positive. And it's about being entrepreneurial and taking control of your destiny. And it's what I was drawn to Jordan for. And so Jordan Nusbaum is an independent consultant. He's a young man, like I said, that's building and growing. And I'm going to let him turn it over to him and let him share his story. Excuse me. So Jordan, if you would, go ahead and take it away.
Yes, sir. How's everyone doing today?
And excuse me, Jordan, I'm going to mute everyone because
Okay.
and then if you would unmute yourself. Okay.
All right. So my name is Jordan Nusbaum. I'm an independent consultant for Arbonne. I'm 24 years old. And first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Peter. Thank you very much for having me on this call. I really appreciate it, and it's an honor.
Well, thank you for being here.
A little bit about myself. I'm 24 years old. I grew up in a real tough time for me. When I was 4 years old, my dad died in a drive-by. He was shot and killed. My mother was shortly addicted to methamphetamine after that. I was, living from place to place. And by the time I was 12 years old, I ended up going to foster care, and I ended up never getting out of foster care. I ended up getting adopted by the time I was 14, and I got kicked out by the time I was 18. Fortunately enough, I had a scholarship to Montana State University Northern when I was 18 and pursued my football dreams and went to college. Some unfortunate events happened, and I wasn't able to finish out my collegiate career. And, I was just kind of stuck on my own little road, my own little path, trying to figure out what I want to do in life. And I picked up Arbonne through my sister, actually. My sister was thinking about becoming a consultant through Arbonne, and she invited me to go to a meeting, just go to a presentation to see what was going on. And I was curious. I did a network marketing company before. It turned out not to be a fit for me just because of the style, and I couldn't really reach to everyone that I wanted to reach. So I decided to go anyway, and it turned out to be one of the best decisions I ever made. And I ended up going to Cantor Blue's house. She's an area manager right now, and she put me on. She first of all, she handed me some food, which was, you know, love at first sight right there. You hand me some food and I'm gonna go for you anyway. And she ended up giving me some protein bars, and I fell in love with those. And I started becoming interested. I finally just ended up giving in and said, you know what, I'm gonna sign up as a consultant. And I wanted to take the route seriously, but I wanted to take it into my own hands. Like I said, I'm 24, I'm pretty young, and I'm kind of, how do you say it? I'm kind of not necessarily wild, but I'm very, very upbeat. I'm very energetic, and I figured I can, you know, bring some energy to Arbonne through my creative ways. And so I became a consultant, and I just started running with it. And here I am today, giving speeches and, you know, doing my first Discover Arbonne with Peter O'Brien. And, you know, I'm just really excited to be able to do that today, because a lot of the events and a lot of things that I went through in my life, no one would ever expect me to be here doing what I'm doing today. And, you know, I really appreciate that. This is why I take life really, really, you know, I take life by the hands, and I try to become positive and try to do everything I do in a positive way.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think everyone is seeing right now what I was saying before, that literally, you know, people are drawn to you. I'm not easily impressed, to be honest with you. And I'm an old guy, been around a long time. We've seen a lot of good people. And by the way, we've had a lot of great people on this call, you know, going back, Chris Weiler, you know, big names, Mark Hayford, Bill Taub has been on here a number of times, and I don't want to leave anybody out. So I won't go any further with the names, but I mean, we just have great guest after great guest after great guest. But you know, your story obviously is very compelling. But not only that, that you are so positive with who you are and what you're doing and where you're going. And, you know, hopefully Arbonne's a big part of your future, because I mean, I truly believe you can touch thousands of people going forward. You know, more opportunity than I do. I'm jealous of your age. I wish I was, you know, back there and had your outlook and had your wisdom at your age to, you know, to take this thing forward, because it can be really, really dynamic for you and for the people that you get in. So share a little bit though about, gosh, and was it the Breakfast Club? Is that what it's called? Is it a radio station that you taped and had on your Facebook page?
Oh yeah. So it was a little bit. Okay, so you know how what's trending right now in the social media world is Vines, and my level of thinking was, we have a lot of people who are young and want to become entrepreneurs like me. However, sometimes I be looking at our Discover Arbonnes and I'll be like, geez, they're like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. I'm like, I'm barely going through all this. Somebody who wants to become a consultant is not going to go through all this like I'm going to go through all this unless they're really, really interested. And so I figured, how can I not dumb it down, but how can I cut it down short and make it as funny and as energetic as possible? And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make an Arbonne Vine. So I started doing it little by little. And then I did a little 60-second video of basically how to Arbonnize your home. And then I sat down and was like, you know what? I'm going to do a Discover Arbonne, do a DA, and I'm going to do it a Vine. Try to cut it down to 10 minutes and just ran with it. And people just ate that up, and it blew up bigger than I ever thought it would do.
It was huge. It was great. I mean, it was funny. It was clever. I mean, you had a lot of good stuff in there. Don't let all the kids hear us, because there was some stuff in there. But, I mean, it was all good, and you had a lot of good stuff. But to your point, it was short and sweet, and you hit on all the high points that needed to be hit. And so if you don't mind, maybe you can't play the video here tonight, but maybe you could give, you know, your DA version was great. if you could share that.
Honestly, to be honest, I could play it if you really wanted to.
Well, it's up to you. It's your show tonight.
Well, I would try to take a vote and see if you guys want to do a video, you want to do a live version.
Well, because it's only like 10 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to go with that rather than doing it live? It's up to you. You choose. Oh, are we?
Sure. I don't think a lot of people have gotten the opportunity to see it yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, I've got a couple of people on the chat there that are saying, where can we get a copy of that 10-minute DA? So
okay, let's go ahead.
Why don't you go ahead and play it? Then it's always going to be right here.
Okay.
That's cool. You guys are going to love this. And certainly it's millennial.
It's definitely millennial.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. What a cool guy.
Hey, I'm up that earth, wind, and fire. We louder than choir. She rockin' designer, that's my baby. Ice JJ, mixed with a nice Jay-Z. Maybe the nicest on the mic lately. No JK, box blunts, my melee. I'm way higher hitting my name. Like, ooh-ah, going in like intruder. To everyone who told me I couldn't. Nigga, booyah, young Buddha in the game. Show niggas how to flow, even try to boast. Niggas gotta go. Most of them niggas saying they lyrics is delirious like the product from a Syrian word of quote. I'm that sharp with it. They can't sharpen it. And I know I gotta sound like a narcissist. But some thoughts all had drive while I'm parking it. Then I withdraw money like I'm artistic. An architect on the beat. You're talking but never speak. See Hawkins and everything. You're song on my beat. You're thinking that you're on top of this armor brought to my clean. We armored up with the team. We carnivores to the
Going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Coming through.
What's up, everybody? This is Jordan Nusbaum, independent consultant for Arbonne and your future EMVP. I'm super excited today to share with y'all a little bit about what Arbonne is and what Arbonne can do for you, and what type of opportunity this can bring to you and your family and your loved ones. We got 36 years of Swiss heritage. We're 100% botanically based, certified vegan, formulated without gluten, no dairy, no soy, no cholesterol, no trans fats, no artificial sweeteners, no colors, no dyes, never tested on animals, no toxins, no. What we do on Arbonne is we educate people about the hidden toxins prevention. We empower people with more options for their health and for their finances. We give people a fresh opportunity with our products and our business. Start your own business today. We got a proven system for success. There's no need to stop. There's no need to deliver. We got consumable products that means repeat sales. Leverage your time. You can build alongside your current job.
All right, not from the motor pool. Thank you, Odin. Where's the office, baby? In the office, baby.
You can really turn an expense into an income. My boy Peter O'Brien is going to show you 3 steps on how you can do that right now.
Number 1, you stop buying inferior products with dangerous ingredients. These brands don't need to use them or recommend them, so stop buying those products. Now I ask you, who can do that? Number 2 is you start buying pure, safe, and beneficial products from your own online store. You're simply redirecting your spending on things you're buying already, and you're buying them from some large company. It says you are someone else's market share already. You already participate in the industry. Why not buy it from yourself and turn your expense into an income? And step number 3 is share this. Share it with other people. Teach them how to duplicate the exact same thing. That's step number 3. And again, who can do that? Everyone can do that.
Okay, we got a global opportunity, guys. We're only in the U.S., Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Poland. We're going to New Zealand June 2nd, and Taiwan right after that. We just ground level about to ship globally.
Jump man. This boy is up to something. He just spent like 2 or 3 weeks out the country. This boy's up to something. He's just not just nothing.
Look, there are 4 ways you can get paid in this company. My homie Luke Huntington, he's gonna tell you all about it.
First level management, there's only 4. It takes on average 1 to 5 months to get there. The average income is called district manager, and the average income ranges from $250 to $1,200 a month. Not a bad poke in the eye for working very much part-time. Now, the second level of management is called area management. On average, it takes 5 to 11 months to get there. These are averages. People can take a shorter amount of time, people can take a longer amount of time. The average income is $1,200 a month to $3,000 plus. The third level manager, which is where I'm in qualification for, is regional vice president. Average time it takes there's a year. Can be longer, can be shorter. And the average income is ranging from 5 to $8+ thousand a month. On top of that, you get an $800 bonus to go out and get yourself a white Mercedes-Benz of your choice.
Hello? Hey, Mr. Smith, it's me, Peter. You remember how you said I'd never amount to nothing?
Is that a Mercedes?
And now the top level management is called national vice president. This is where I strive to be. This is where most people strive to be in your business. The average income is $22,000 a month plus, and only on average takes 2 years to get that. So dwell on that.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
The average income is $22,000.
I know, Brett. Other incentives and reasons why they're joining this company.
Snow, working a 9 to 5, or really today a 9 to 10 workday. I can't even imagine that because I do Arbonne. I actually own and operate a multi-million-dollar business from my cell phone and my laptop. That's the beauty of this business. It is a business, but it's fun. And what I realized after doing this after 5 years is I'm unemployable. Because what Arbonne has allowed me to do is I write my own paycheck.
Another reason why they're joining this company.
Can another man say you're fired? Absolutely. No one can tell me that. And that's priceless. It's your own money. If you don't put up your own money, I don't care how much somebody gives you, you're nothing but a supervisor. It's not yours. So how much money can you get paid to not? There's no money in this world for someone to pay me so they can call me, so I can call them a boss. That's like calling somebody dad. You have to understand what you're doing in business because you got to do what's best for your kids. What's best for your kids is to put your money into something, the stress, go through all of it, so when your child becomes a man, he doesn't have to work for nobody. Right, well, that's son. I taught my son never to have a boss. He's 23. He owns a restaurant. He has cookies. He has equity. He busts his ass so he can pass it on to his son. The reality is this. It's frustrating because you're on the radio and this message is crazy. You're saying because you enjoy music or being a DJ, you enjoy having a boss. If you enjoy being a DJ, just why don't you own your own radio station and then DJ for your own radio station so your son can just get on anytime he wants. So you enjoy the safety and the security of a job every day. But there's no pride in that to me. My son takes pride. My kids take pride in the fact that I have Dash Motors. And because I have that, my son said, I'm not going to ever have a boss. The mentality is good.
There are all walks in life in Arbonne.
Sorry.
Yeah, it looks like we're frozen.
Yeah, it happens. It does this sometimes.
Well, do you want to pick it up from here?
There it goes.
There we are.
Make it go faster. Down through the woods, out to the pasture, long as I'm with you.
And even
8 gold rings like I'm Shella Ranks. 4 gold chains like I'm Shella Ranks.
Last but not least, this business allows you to pursue your dream. Whatever you dream of, whether you want to be a doctor or a lawyer. Me personally, I want to make it to the league. I want to go to the NFL. You know, I want to play football for the rest of my life. That's what I want to do. What do you want to do? And how can I help you get to that through Arbonne?
Oh my God!
Let's get you started today. If it was me, go ahead and contact me. If it was somebody who invited you, go ahead and get in contact with them. And let's get you in this business and let's get you started right away.
Okay, so that's my video.
That's great. It's awesome, my friend. And I'm glad to have played a small cameo in that.
Oh, yes. A lot of them, all the videos is basically every emotion I ever had in Arbonne when I first got presented Arbonne to me. Every single emotion. And then when I saw your video, I actually happened to just scroll down through YouTube. I seen that, and you were just on fire that day. And those were the key points that I learned from you. So I was like, you know what? I got to have it in my video.
Yeah, that's great. Well, and you got lots of folks in there, which is really, really good. And it touches a lot of people because they all relate to that. So yeah, that's good stuff. And that was awesome. That was awesome. And I'm sure you're getting good play on that.
I appreciate it.
Do you want to let's take the last few minutes and let's just hit the compensation plan. Going through district manager and that, and I can do that unless you're
Sure, go ahead.
You want me to go ahead and do that? Yeah. And let me see if I can share my screen here. I'm going to just put up the slide. Give me a second. Come on. Let's go ahead and put that up there. And yeah, so what all that Jordan was saying in his video and what he is and with his business is somebody that likes an opportunity. Number one, likes to help people. Number two, obviously that comes across. And this is where the rubber meets the road right here, because we all are here tonight for the same reasons. We are all here because we want financial freedom. We want time freedom. And when you get involved with Arbonne, it starts with yourself. It starts, helping yourself gain these levels because of the income that it provides you. But the income that it provides and the time freedom that it provides, it only really amplifies who we are. It allows us choices. It allows us to do more things. And as you grow in this business, you get to change that from a focus on, on growing your own business to really helping people grow their business, to beyond that, to just helping people, period. And that's the spirit that you have, Jordan, that I love. So let's just quickly go through this. The top level, or the first level rather, is district manager. And district managers, we love district managers because if you can make district manager, you can really get to the top level of this company, because it's literally just doing the same thing over and over again. So district manager, average monthly income, you can see it there saying $275. The reality is I always give the range, and the range is anywhere from $200 to about $800, $900 on average at district manager. Some people do more than that. Some people less. Some people take 7 months to get there. Some people 1 or 2. Some people 10 or 12. It really doesn't matter. It's a great place to be, because if you average $500 at this level, the reality is, going back to the financial crisis, which I know as a financial advisor, lived through that, and it wasn't pleasant. The reality is $500 would have made a lot of difference to a lot of people. And so if you can do that at district manager, it's a great level. The second level is area manager. That's where Dinah and I are. We run our business together as a couple. And you can see the average monthly income there at about $1,400 a month and 15 months to get there. We usually say it's anywhere from $800 on up to about $4,000, maybe even $5,000 for area manager. What I love about this is where you're getting commas consistently in your paycheck. And that it starts to become a life changer for a lot of people right here to really help their families and help their own financial situation. But what I also love about area manager, your business is willable. It's willable to your family, children, perhaps whomever you like to will it to once you get there. That just doesn't happen in corporate America. Obviously, you all know that. So your business is willable. We love area manager level because of that. Regional vice president, the next level, and you can see the average monthly income about $5,300. Literally, this is anywhere from $4,000 on up to $14,000. And we've seen regional vice presidents even higher than that. But on average, about $5,300. But this is where your life really does start to change, because if you're working a 9-to-5 job or a 9 to 9 job, like we heard in the video, the reality is, you will start to leave that job and start to work on your own. And so your own business here. So it takes about 28 months, 24 to 36 months, excuse me, for RVP level. But you see the Mercedes-Benz there, like PETA on Family Guy, you saw in the video, first car level, and it's $800 a month towards a white Mercedes-Benz. You can lease it, you can buy it. It's $800 a month. If you spend a little less than that, you keep the difference. You spend a little more, well, then you're spending more on your own. But RVP is just a great level. It is a life-changing level, not only for you, but because you're working your team to bring your team up, it's life-changing for them as well. The top of the company is National Vice President. And if actually, if you're unmuted, could you mute yourself? Who's ever not muted. Thank you. National Vice President is the top of the company. The average is about $21,000 a month. And obviously there's all kinds of ranges here. We've seen and know lots of folks that are much higher than this at the National Vice President level, but that's the average. And I will tell you, that's a pretty good average and a pretty good goal to shoot for. It truly is not only life-changing for you, but for others, because you will, at this point in time, have most of your at least financial goals, your time goals taken care of at this level, and you will be helping hundreds, if not thousands, of other people with what you can do at National Vice President. It's the second car level. It's $1,000 a month towards your white Mercedes-Benz. Takes on average anywhere from 36 to 60 months to get there. A lot of people are doing it faster these days as network marketing is exploding right now. People are listening to an alternative type of second income like this. So, so there's our compensation plan. And let's just wrap it up here. Jordan, do you have any other, other last minute comments or advice that you want to give?
When Cantor told me that the average was around $21,000 to $22,000 a month, I said, "You're lying."
So that's where that came from.
Yeah. I said, "No, you're lying." But yes, it is definitely a great opportunity for anyone. It has helped change my life. I know it can help change others. And it's something for everybody. There's something in this business for everybody. And like Cantor says, to me, you're in this business for yourself, but never by yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, with that, let me, thank you again for being here. We really appreciate your thoughts and insights into this. And, quite frankly, like I said, and I mean it sincerely, I think, you don't really know me, but I think hopefully it comes across. You literally have the world by the tail, my friend. You are young, you're good looking, you're dynamic. Look at that smile. Who could not be drawn to that? And and you have the willingness to help others, and that's really what drives us in this business. And so we wish you all the greatest success, and we'll be watching along the way, because I want to see you up on that stage at GTC before too long. And so with that, let me say goodnight, but let me also remind that next week we have Luke Huntington, another young man that was in the video. Luke is back. He hasn't been here in a while, so he'll be sharing his story next week, and I've got a couple of others lined up after that are going to be great. So as Claire always says, same bat time, same bat channel, right here next Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. We'll get going. And thanks everybody for being here. If you're a guest, get back to the person that invited you, and let's get going. And if you're an independent consultant at whatever level you are, get back to all of your team and your people, and let's just lift everybody up. And with that, Jordan, again, thanks, and good night, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.